Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets companies try to hide in plain sight, and today we're looking at Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, or NCLH as their stock ticker. And let me tell you, it is a tale of two leaders. So on the 12th of February 2026, this company, North Carolina L Corporation Ltd, which is part of the larger Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, dropped a report that has got some big news, especially in the executive suite. It looks like they had a bit of a shake-up at the very top. First off, they released their financial results for the end of 2025. Now, this report didn't go into extreme detail on the numbers themselves, but it pointed to a press release from their parent company, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, the one with the ticker NCLH, that has those details. Think of it as a summary pointing to the main event. It is like saying, go read our big announcement for the full scoop on how we did financially. We will get to what we can infer from this later, but for now, the real action is happening with the people running the show. The biggest news is a change in leadership. The board of directors has appointed a new president and chief executive officer. Drumroll please, it is Mr. John W. Chidsey. He is taking the helm immediately. Now, what is interesting is that this selection wasn't some big surprise or a result of complex negotiations with a bunch of people. It sounds like a pretty straightforward decision. And thankfully, he doesn't seem to have any hidden conflicts of interest that need to be disclosed. He is going to keep his spot on the board of directors, but he is stepping down from any specific committees he was part of. Let's talk about Mr. Chidsey. He is 63 years old and he is not entirely new to the company. He has been an independent director on the board since February of last year, and before that he was on the board for a good stretch from 2013 to 2022. So he knows the lay of the land. This guy has a serious resume, running huge international companies. He has got a strong background in finance, law, and accounting, which are definitely key for a CEO. Before this, he was the CEO of Subway Restaurants from late 2019, all the way through December 2024. So he is fresh off the fast food scene. And before that, he had a very impressive run at Burger King Holdings, Inc. He was CEO there from 2006 to 2010. And before that, he held roles like President and Chief Financial Officer. He also spent time at Cendant, where he led a division that included brands like Avis Rent-A-Car and Budget Rent-A-Car Systems. He even had leadership roles at PepsiCo starting back in the 90s, on top of his involvement with NCLH. He is also on the board of directors for HCA Healthcare, and he has served on other boards too. Has got the education to back it up with an MBA in finance and accounting, a law degree, and a bachelor's degree. So this is a seasoned executive coming in. Now, with Mr. Chidsey stepping into the CEO role, someone else is stepping out. Mr. Harry Sommer, who was the president and CEO and also a director, has departed the company and resigned from the board. This happened on the same day, the 12th of February 2026. The report is very clear that this departure was part of a strategic leadership change, and there were no disagreements about how the company operates its policies or its practices. That is good to hear. It means it is not a situation where someone was forced out due to major conflicts. Following Mr. Sommer's departure, the size of the board was reduced from 9 directors to 8, effectively closing the vacancy created by his exit. Remember that press release I mentioned earlier, the one with the financial results? This filing is just a formality, kind of like a notification to the market. It is attaching that press release as an exhibit. So if you want the nitty-gritty on the numbers for the quarter and full year ending the 31st of December 2025, that is where you'd find them. In Exhibit 99.1, this filing itself doesn't contain those specific financial tables. It is more about announcing the executive changes and referencing the financial update. Now, while this report is light on the specific financial tables for NCLH itself, it does tell us when those financials were released and who released them, which is essentially the parent company. This timing suggests that the leadership change and the financial update are probably related, or at least being communicated together as part of a strategic announcement. When a company announces major leadership changes, especially at the CEO level, it often comes hand in hand with a financial update. It is a way to present a new vision or a path forward, and to show how the company is performing under the current conditions, so the market can assess the new leadership's challenge or opportunity. Looking at this from a Warren Buffett perspective, when there is a change at the top like this, especially with someone who has a deep history with the company and a strong track record in turnarounds and finance, it signals a potential shift in strategy or a renewed focus on financial discipline. Mr. Chidsey's background at Subway, Burger King, and Cendant suggests experience in managing large consumer, facing businesses through various economic cycles. The fact that he is stepping into the CEO role right after departing Subway's helm might indicate a belief that his operational and financial expertise is exactly what NCLH needs right now. The departure of Mr. Sommer, while stated as amicable, still marks the end of his tenure. The lack of stated disagreements is usually a positive sign for stability, but it's always something to watch. Companies are dynamic, and leadership transitions can bring about new energy and fresh perspectives, or they can signal that the previous direction was not meeting expectations, even if not in a confrontational way. The crucial bit for us as investors or observers is to connect these leadership changes with the financial narrative. Even though the detailed financial tables are in that separate press release, the fact that these two events are linked implies that Mr. Chidzi's leadership will likely be assessed against the 2025 financial performance and future projections. His experience with large-scale operations and finance could be aimed at optimizing profitability, managing costs effectively, or perhaps navigating the cruise industry's unique challenges, such as fluctuating fuel prices, geopolitical events, and evolving consumer demand. This move might be a proactive step by the board to steer the company through what could be a competitive or challenging period, leveraging Chidzi's proven ability to lead and restructure. It is a significant event, and we'll be watching how his leadership translates into the company's future financial reports and strategic initiatives. The cruise industry is known for its cyclical nature and sensitivity to global events, so having a seasoned leader with a financial background at the helm is often seen as a stabilizing force. So, what is my take on this filing? On the one hand, North Carolina LH is clearly signaling a new chapter with a highly experienced leader at the helm. Mr. Chidzi's background suggests a focus on financial health and operational efficiency, which are always strengths for any company. His prior roles, especially in major food and beverage franchises, indicate a deep understanding of consumer markets and large-scale logistics. This is a potential positive for the company's direction. However, the main risk here is always the execution of strategy. Bringing in a new CEO is not a magic bullet. The success will depend on how effectively Mr. Chidzi can implement his vision, and whether the market is ready for the changes he might bring. The cruise industry also faces inherent risks related to economic downturns, health concerns, and global stability, which are factors beyond any CEO's control, but significantly impact performance. In conclusion, this filing is less about the numbers today, and more about the people steering the ship tomorrow. The appointment of John W. Chidzi as CEO is a significant move, signaling a likely emphasis on strong financial management and operational execution. We will need to see the detailed financial results from that linked press release to fully assess the challenges and opportunities facing the new leadership. Alright, that is our breakdown of this NCLH filing. What is your take on this leadership change and what it might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.